Hi, this is Nick from Elite Outdoor Fitness, Special Forces swim test. Okay, pretty simple test. 200-meter swim with kit, boots and clothing. And you've got to fight yourself to the front a little bit, because if you're polite and you just kind of crack on and let people go in front of you, you probably won't make the time. 20-minute tread water with kit as well, but essentially your weapons are buoyancy aid anyway. 5 and 10 meter dropping off, and then carrying, passing your kit out the pool. It's about a foot. 12, 16 inches up to somebody that's going to be taking the kit out without touching the sides, okay? For the most part, I've done it 3 times now. It's fucking simple. It's very easy, but for some people, they find it a little bit demanding. Exactly the same as when you go on, like, I don't know, the commander course, or you're doing like maximum 18 pull-ups. For some people, no dramas. But what they do is they tire you out and they give you a shitty bar where you can't even hold on to it with your fingers. And so 18 pull-ups is a little bit of a big ask because of those differences in when you're doing the exercise from when you're doing it at home. So it's worth putting a little bit of investment in swimming. The Special Forces training programs that I provide for people is swimming once a week on a Friday. We do compound exercises. It's pretty easy to do. You know, it's like a bit of a long-term kind of thing, bit of strength training, a little bit different from what we're doing on Monday and Tuesdays. We normally do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays. Then we split it up on the swim days so that we're doing compound exercises on the, you're having a Thursday off to hit the lactate threshold session harder without any weights. And Friday, we recapture those weight side of things with compounds, and then we add a swim in. For the most part, if you've always swam and you're a relatively confident swimmer and you think it's going to be no great shakes, once a week is absolutely fine. But for others that maybe learned to swim after the age of like 12, 13, 14, they have a tendency just to be lacking a little bit of conditioning in the water. And so what you do, and what I do on my training programs, is build from 12 minutes up to about 30 minutes, 28 minutes, okay? Which includes pretty much going from one-on-one breaststroke versus crawl to 2 crawl, 1 breaststroke, 3 crawl, 1 breaststroke. And that's absolutely fine, okay? On the breaststroke, 7 units out of 10 effort. On the crawl, about 8 to 8.5 units effort. And then all we build into that, eventually when we get to about 18, 19, 20 minutes, you start doing some underwater swimming. So I may say include 3 times 3 more meters underwater with a 5 kilogram weight. So you dive down to the bottom, pick the weight up, swim 3 meters, drop it again, and then carry on. Do a few more lengths and then do that again. So we build up to doing 6 times 6 meter efforts underwater with 5 kilograms. That's enough. You're doing that over like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Swim test is in the bag. If you need any more information, visit Elite Outdoor Fitness and click on pre-military training or send me a message.